Good day, I'm Ross Lai. I talk about human rights violations, malpractice, and poverty. Lived in poverty since about 1999. Lived on the street on nothing. Didn't get full services till about 2003 when I found housing for 350, which I tried other places, couldn't find it. They didn't have any in the Comox Valley Court in British Columbia. Didn't get onto disability after being assaulted, basically, by an attitude adjustment by people who wanted it, and that was probably social services and the RCMP because Kathy Hubble wanted me to go through an attitude adjustment, thrown in the psych ward, take anger management, and it didn't happen. Before that, in 2005, I had to go bottle picking. Why? I was hungry, impoverished, needed money just in case I needed a better lawyer and needed new food. Saved up all my change that I didn't spend on food to buy clothing for court, buy myself a laptop or a new TV if I didn't get tossed into a jail system, which I never did. So I bought a TV. In my videos in the past in Roscoe PE12, I show all the receipts, the stuff I bought, all brand new from Canadian Tire, the Superstore, Best Buy, Tweaker's Computer, Extreme Runners, Mountain City Cycles. I had great businesses such as The Old House, Holiday Inn, the Westerly Hotel, a few strangers on the street, a few baseball teams like 19 Wing, who bought me a nice jacket for the bottles they gave me the first year. Softball team, that is. But I walked from here to Walmart just as it was being built. That's like what? 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers? Couldn't tell you exactly. I haven't measured it out. But it's good all day walk there and back looking at all the things. It's pretty stinky. Dumb job, but I did a video on it. I can't get in my old account, fix anything, or do anything like that. But I do have them on record on old hard drives. Or I download them, whatever way I choose. They're a little grainy. I tried to fix them. I put them on my editor and tried to up them. So we're going to play those today. People keep trying to tell me, hey, you should come try to do what I do. Stand and loiter in front of a bottle company and see what you make today. And try to fight with other people for territory. Don't need to. There's too many poor, impoverished people in the valley. When I started out in 1999, what was there? Shannon Willett, Derek Davis, and myself. And it wasn't fun. I never drank, never did drugs, but in the past, years before that, did a little bit of weed and a couple rye and coke. Never got out of hand, never been an alcoholic, and never harmed anybody in my life. Never, never, never. I was in an apprenticeship program, 2.5 years, plumbing, local 179 of the UA out of Regina. Lived in Saskatoon then. I was an insulator, did a little bit of framing, did a little hardwood floors, worked at Pizza Hut once in a while, worked at a ski hill called Mount Washington as a rental rat. When I graduated in 1991, minimum wage was $7 an hour, $8. Rent for one bedroom was $565, not including heat and hydro, renter's insurance, and telephone. And I'll tell you, when they want to charge me for uttering threats, COVID wasn't there. No common sense by social workers, bouncing you from one worker to another worker, playing mind games, keeping paychecks back like Somalia on check day, saying you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this over and over again. And they never needed any of that information, period. You look for it, you get it. Bam. You're hungry. You're upset. You need money now. You're there for your check, not to be held back. No common sense. Trying to degrade somebody's life and make them feel lesser. Hey, you get a check, give somebody 30 days to the next check or 15 days, not 2 days or 5 seconds, because whatnot. Had no food at all until I was put on disability after 2005, which they slowly upped it. At first, you could only make what, $300 a month, then $600, then $800 for a single man. Go figure, hey? It's not enough money to live by. I was lucky enough to find this place, one of 3 places in this building that I lived in for $350, heat and hydro included. Had to pay my cable bill back then or internet fees. Well, I brought out our archives, my videos, everything like I said, I bought from reliable places. Canadian Tire, Zellers, Best Buy, Staples, Zellers. No word of a lie. All my extra money I didn't spend on foods. I've always been into fitness. I used to run marathons or half marathons. Physical fitness, I got A's in high school. Lousy in mathematics and English and all that kind of stuff. But physical fitness, always get the A's. Never had a problem with men or women in my classes. Never been aggressive. Just live my life and try to be peaceful to all people. I don't believe in family violence either, trying to intimidate people within my family to harm them in any way. Remember, elder abuse is anything over 65, trying to take their money, control their lives. Human trafficking is excessive force to another person, dictating on how they should live their lives. Basically, most agencies, like police officers, think people who are poor and impoverished should live in institutions, just like Victoria bombing attempt. They made some pressure cooker. Well, that was called entrapment. They were told never to do it again, and they do it all the time. It's called Mr. Big programs, which they're not allowed to do anymore either. Falsify information, which is another crime. Fabricate information as well. If you don't want to take something to court and prove it in court, your investigation techniques, you're the liar, right? But hey, like I said, I picked bottles in the past and made more money picking bottles than I did streaming. I paid for dental work that needed done back then that was over and above what my insurance was, house taxes, and things I needed. Which I never got my RV to move away and find a better place. And you need a computer to look for any type of trade for vehicles, jobs in any place. Our newspapers don't do it here in the Comox Valley, which is about 60,000 people between Courtenay and Comox. None of the big box stores were here back in high school either, other than Zellers, which is gone now. So, think about that. I can't think of any job I want to do and to be assaulted again and have to go to labor boards either and not be paid for in full. Do you? And, hell, once your teeth are gone, I'll tell you this, you can't chew properly. If you're paralyzed because in vagus-sustenance, like I went through, your throat doesn't swallow. You choke a lot. So everything's mush. It's not fun. So everything goes in a blender now. I'm highly grateful for the things I have, but hey, money is the worst drug in the world. It makes all dreams happen and makes nightmares too, if somebody else is trying to be an asshole. Hopefully you haven't been assaulted by human rights violations, unlawfully detained in a prison called a psych ward or hospital by a bunch of doctors and nurses who are trying to dictate their views of life on you and control your life so they have a job and you don't. Or a police officer, or mom or dad. So they never have to talk to you either. It's pretty sad. I'm going to show you my videos of the past, give you a little spiel. I'm going to show you my Invega thing first. And if you'd like to join, join. Answer the 2 questions. 1, have you been harmed by any medications? And 2, are you a member of any faculty of the government or medical system to assault anybody in this group? If you don't answer that, you don't get in. Common sense. They don't need any more assaults from the Invega or any type of medication. They've been harmed enough. No doctor wanted to listen to them. That's why they're in the group. You're not the only one. That's right. You're not the only one out there who's being harmed as well. It's not funny. I don't know what to say. Invega Cessna, have you been harmed by it? Did you know it's a violation of human rights by the CCHR and human rights standards? The Charter of Rights and Freedom, Section 7, to be forced to take any medication? As your medical practitioner and service workers such as nurses read out the instructions, what is your family history? Have you had any harm from any other medication or being abused with side effects such as obesity. Lack of sex drive, motivation. This is the chemical lobotomy of this drug and will harm you for the rest of your life and it'll never go away. Check out pages on Facebook and YouTube. And ask iPatient for more information on people who've been assaulted by medications. And that's right. Most people who have been assaulted by Invega feel totally devastated by it. Absolutely devastated. Okay? They don't know what to say to people anymore. Their moms, their dads, anybody. And they're appalled by what they go through. I wish there was a cure. I haven't found it. I haven't seen 100% recovery, which the definition of recovery is by the law, or any definition in Oxford. I put on 100 pounds of fat. Didn't even recognize myself in the mirror. A lot of people didn't. Still haven't got my physical fitness up. No sex drive. My hormone level hasn't gone back up to 30, which it naturally should be, or higher. It's still an 8. The mending of tissues, if a cut or a bruise, takes twice as long. I've lost my teeth over the health review board because they didn't want to help me pay for it because I couldn't go out and make money bottle picking anymore, even though I didn't want to. Human dignity to never be returned. I can never go for a date with a woman or man if I was gay, but I'm not gay. I'm a man. Anything, I'm a Viking now. Hey, I got long hair and a beard. Well, it's cheaper to keep it this way, okay? And like I said, everything I made, I spent. When I went to the psych ward, they counted my money the second time. No, it was the first time in 2002. There's $2,000 in toonies, the pictures in the videos. 1,000 of them. I saved it up twice, and that's how I got my PC parts, my clothing, my food, and all that you see in the pictures. Those are real pictures of places in the valley. All right, look, we're going to fly to those, and here we go.
Reasons to dumpster dive. Number 1, food. Number 2, shoes and clothing. Cleaning necessities, such as vacuums. Beds to sleep on. Entertainment, so the mind doesn't go cuckoo over a long period of time. And communication devices. Also, refrigerators that landlords refuse to buy for their tenants because they break. Spare change that people throw away, such as pennies. Other household necessities such as coffee makers, dishes, extra food, and so on. You can imagine saving up for whatever basically you need. It's all on how much willpower you have to save $1 a day if you need to. Oh, and almost last but least, even house taxes on a house that's bought and paid for, that grandparents left you in an inheritance, that everyone else refuses to pay the taxes but you. and the government eventually takes away because the others refuse to pay their taxes.
That's right. I got a new bed back there. If it wasn't for increased GST or renters tax rebates, wouldn't have it today. I wouldn't have what I have today if it wasn't for COVID as well, such as my camera, my M200, or half my computer parts. Next to a young man who won $1 million in the States, who I was playing a game with, and he said, "Hey, I won the lotto. Do you mind if I help you out?" And he gave me a few parts to start what I have today for a PC. I've upgraded the video card, added some memory to it, had to buy a power supply and a bunch of stuff, but a motherboard, a processor, and 16 gigs of memory and a case isn't a computer until all the parts are together. And you know what a computer is: monitor, keyboard, mouse, the cables. That's right. All of it. That's a PC. When you get a pre-built with a monitor, you know what a computer is. You need a bunch of parts. If they're not all together, they're not all together. Bunch of metal parts in a box is a metal scrap box until you put it together and it makes something, such as a car, a weapon, or a machine in some way. But remember, keep your head up. If you have to do something that's undegrading, yeah, it's wrong, such as sexual acts and all that kind of stuff, because it's degrading. Eventually you get sick of it, like digging dirt and whatnot. I've done many jobs in life, always under $10 an hour. Never enough to live by or enjoy my life or have my dreams and aspirations. To be a physical education teacher, to be in the military, to be a police officer, or have a family in life. I'm 51 now, and like it said, a little grayer than those videos there. Made some money, but not enough to make my life any bit better, other than to eat better and have a few things. Doesn't make me any better than the next person. It was a job to be an environmental cleaner, as I put on my resume. Period. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day or evening wherever you may be. If you'd like to join the Invega group, do so. Later on, I'll try to put it in the description so you can find that on Facebook. It is on my other ones as well. And remember, if you want to help somebody poor and impoverished out with some bottles, do so. You can even go to places like the Comox Valley, Bottle Depot, or what's it called? Recycle Depot, and start a fund for them. There's a bunch of fundraiser things. People can just drop it off to whatever fundraising they have. They got like 100 of them in there. And you can give it to whatever organizations on their list you choose. From Mars, who look after animals of the wild and whatnot, usually birds, who's located in, Black Creek and whatnot, to any sports team that might have one in there as well. But remember, it's not fun. Don't look down at somebody who's on the street. It's not always their choice. Family violence isn't funny. Just like assaulting people, watching people's houses get harmed, or anything like that. There's lots of laws and criminal codes of Canada. 1,050, just like the 10 Commandments. If you're a law-abiding citizen, it's not just about how you drive your car or the ones you want to choose to follow. You have to follow all of it. And by human rights standards, that's right, human rights standards, we're all born equal. If you violate the law, man, woman, child, elder, or whatever color or race you are, you therefore become a criminal. Just remember that. Don't prejudge somebody because they're lesser than you. Try to look them in the eye like a teacher, as a human being. With total respect, give them a positive outlook that something could happen good in life, and only do what you can do in life. Your life does come first, but if you're a parent, those are your kids. You chose to have them. Look after them. Treat them with human dignity to the day you're gone completely off the face of the earth, because that's your job, your unpaid job. They look up to you. They loved you at one time if you were their parents. And if you harm them, they're never going to talk to you properly or respect anything you ever say again. Bad bedside manner, remember this, is when any medical faculty or teacher or person with human that wants to torture you. That's right, Canadian Criminal Code. Torture you with psychological abuse in the world. And it's called abandoning your child when you harm your child at any age, to the day you're dead. Remember, there's always a father, our Father who art in heaven, God, and a mother to pray to, Mother Mary. For every Father's Day and Mother's Day. Till the next time, I'm Ross Lai. We talk about human rights violations, malpractice, and poverty. And do me a favor over there in Australia, Chris. You have a good day, because I know you're going to watch this. Bye for now. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, dun. I got to move to Russia to get away from the British realm, hey? Maybe I'll have some freedom. Do, 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 do. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Till the next time. By the way, this is May the 17th, 2024. And all those who are on the Invega Session, hope you are having a great day. And hopefully we find a remedy to increase our lives and make us happier. It's not fun when your life expectancy is being taken away from you or death has been increased. These are all violations of human rights and laws too. Any medication that's forced on you that makes you feel sickness or lesser is administration of nauseous thing, and those who supply it, such as your medical faculty, can be charged for those crimes as well as malpractice. Till the next time, this is Ross Lai. Don't be afraid to speak up. You're not the only one who's being harmed in life. We all have a different story, like a case of beer, a case of pop, and the flavor it might be. We're not all the same.